Okay guys, I'm going to help you with MDSolids and getting all of these trusses into the program. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead on your iPad or on your computer and you're going to access the portal just like you do for Fusion. So the portal is right here on this little app. You're going to open that up and you're going to go ahead and you're going to log in just like you would for Fusion. The only exception is you're not going to go to Autodesk. Instead, you're going to go to PLTW, Other Apps, and you're going to click it. Once it opens, give it a second, you're going to click on this little tab over here that says MDSolids, and you're going to let it reserve the session and open. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pause the session and give it its minute or so to load up. Alright, so my MDSolids just loaded up and now we have the main screen here. Let my bell stop dinging. So, what we're going to do is, for this one, you're going to see under your MDSolids menu, trusses. So you're going to click on this one right here, and once you click on trusses, you're going to click on New Truss. The first thing that's going to come up is it's going to ask you your grid spacing. It's almost like a drawing board. This is always confusing for me because you basically have to create a grid on which to draw your truss. So if you look at the drawing here off in the corner, I have a 3-foot by 4-foot truss. So basically I just need a grid that's big enough and clickable onto a 3x4 space. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make my horizontal and my vertical spacing equal to 1. So I'm going to bring that number right here to 1. So that basically each grid unit or each space in my grid is 1 unit. And then I'm going to give myself, just by clicking this up to the number, I guess it's only going in odd numbers, that's fine, 11 by 11 squares. Let's see what that does when I hit OK. So when I hit OK, you'll see that I've got 11 boxes wide by 11 tall, and each box is equal to 1 unit. So that's basically what that did. Alright, so now when I look off into the corner at my truss, it's 3 feet wide, 4 feet tall. So this is like my workspace now. I'm going to be able to create a member. So notice how up here in the left I have Create active. So if I left click anywhere in the middle of the grid, let's say right here at this intersection, and I hold and I drag up 4 units because my truss is 4 feet tall, and I let go right there. What I've just done is I've just drawn, I'll show you my mouse, this 4-foot tall truss right here. Now since this truss is 3 feet wide, I'll go over 3 units, and then I'm going to draw the other vertical 4-foot tall truss right there. Actually cord, not truss. The whole thing is a truss. And you can see it's creating the joints as I let go of my mouse. And then I can left click, hold, and drag this way. That's the 3-foot horizontal member. And then I'm going to left click, hold, and drag the diagonal member, which goes back down to this joint right there. So you can see I've just created my truss just like I see in the picture with the 4 members. It's 4 units tall, it's 3 units wide. Doesn't matter if it's inches, feet, meters, kilometers, miles. It'll all calculate. It's basically unitless because it's going to give us the same calculations regardless. Alright, so now all the geometry is there. Now we have to add our supports. Notice how this goes in order. You start by creating members. Now we're going to create supports. So click on supports. So now here, this is another kind of confusing way to use this software. I'm going to start with this first support in the lower left, if you left click, hold, and drag down and let go, it creates a roll joint right in this corner. And then if you want to turn that into a pin joint, you left click and hold on the same point, but in the other direction, so now horizontally. And now it turns it into a pin. So we're going to go over here to this other joint. Notice how from the picture it's showing 2 pin joints. So there's no roller joint on this particular truss. So I'm going to left click, hold, drag down, let go, left click, hold, drag to the right, and there we go. Now if you ever wanted to erase anything, like a member or a joint or a load or anything, just click on erase, and then when you left click on things, you can erase whatever it is that you're selecting. If I wanted to erase a member, I could erase a member just like this. If you want to create a member, make sure that create is active, and then you can draw and create things. Okay? Alright, now we want to create our loads. So make sure create is active, make sure loads is active, and if you look at your drawing, you've got 60 pounds pushing down above this joint and 80 pounds above the joint on the right. So again, make sure create and loads is active. Left click and drag down above this one and let go. And we're going to type in 60 cats, 60 dogs, it doesn't matter. Press return. There's my 60. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this end, but 80. Left click, drag down. And we're going to type in 80. Okay. So now I have all of my chords, my members, my supports, and my loads. Now I can click on compute. And then it gives me my reaction forces, which would be 60 pounds up, 80 pounds up, but it also solves for all of my chord forces, as well as telling me the compression. This is C, so member CA, I'm sorry, this member here is under compression at 60, this one's under compression at 80. It looks like these two interior members are not even necessary, because the load is pointing perfectly vertically down, as well as this one's pointing perfectly vertically down. So this interior component of this truss is not even necessary, as long as there's no side force. Okay? So what I want you to do is take a screenshot of this, so I can show you how to do that. 1 second. Okay, so to do your screenshot, you're going to press the top button and the home button at the same time, and that should give you a screenshot. We'll give it to you at the bottom of your screen. So I'm going to open up my screenshot, and then I'm going to send it over to Notability, just like this. And it says unsupported file type. Well, that's not good. I don't want to do that. So that's a problem. Let me pause my recording and come up with a better solution. Alright, I am back and I have a better solution. You're going to take a screenshot, and then you're going to start a new Notability document, just like this, and then you're going to save that screenshot to your photos. Then, if you hit this little plus symbol right here, what you can do is you can add it from your photos, just like that. Add. There you go. Look at that. You can even crop it so that you don't have look at this, all this technology. Isn't this great? So you can just crop out all of the MDSolids junk that comes in with the background, because we're going to use this kind of as your free body diagram for future calculations. All right. So make sure that this document is saved, and this is it for this particular video. we can continue to do the remaining